across that trunk line that I showed you way in the background back here, right, it came across and then it split, they're probably dropping that down to about 66,000, then they drop it down to 12,000. Does that make sense? How do they do that? This thing here might be one for 66,000 volts, right? But the secondary has much fewer turns. The secondary has a lot fewer turns, so the secondary here in this particular case, let's say, is only got enough turns for 480 volts. We call this a step down transformer. Does that make sense? So this is not electrically connected to this coil. There's no connection here except a magnetic connection. Does that make sense? So magnetism, remember, anytime a wire or a coil of wire passes through a rotating or moving magnetic field, the movement of that magnetism over and through my conductor here is going to what? Produce a voltage and current on that wire, in that coil. Does that make sense to everybody? Now everybody looks at me and they go, well, you know, Jim, that's a crock of crap because you just lied to me, you fat bitch. Because these things ain't moving. So you're telling me there's got to be movement, and there ain't no movement. Oh, yes, there is. And this is, again, where we got to learn how to think, and we've got to understand, and this is how Nikola Tesla whipped Thomas Edison's ass in the electricity wars of the early 1900s. Where's the movement here? Does anybody see movement here?
Current.
Forget the current. Does anybody see movement in this magnetic field?
No.
Or does anybody see movement of these coils? It's static. Damn thing sits right there. Nothing moves. Oh, yes, it does. How does it move? Well, I just explained it to you. When you have a wire passing through, I have a directional flow, don't I? When I go back the other way, I went to zero, and I change direction. That's my movement. This is exactly how Tesla whipped up on Edison. Because in DC, you can't have transformers. Because the what? The magnetic field up there is constant. It does not change. Is everybody cool? Okay. So therefore, you'd have to have what? You'd have to have your load that passing through the magnetic field. How the hell are you going to do that? I mean, on any great scale, how are you going to do that? You can't. So therefore, what? Edison lost untold trillions of dollars in 1900s money versus Nikola Tesla, right? And there you go. Is everybody cool with that? By the way, if you guys look up Tesla, brilliant man, probably one of the top, definitely one of the top 10 geniuses ever born to the human race. But he ended up going bankrupt, belly up. Why did that happen? Well, because Tesla came up with an idea of electrifying the air, and then all he had to do was stick an antenna up at your house and you got free electricity. Mm-hmm. And so what happened, all of his backers said, wait a minute, what's this shit about free electricity? We can't make money, we're not going to back you. So go to hell, we're pulling our money out. If I can't make, how am I going to make money doing this? And Tesla told him, this is for the betterment of mankind. And I'm not laughing, don't laugh at this. I mean, you know, Morgan, Rockefeller, they looked at me and said, we can't make money, screw you, we're out. And that was the end of Tesla. So there you go. He actually went through and electrified the earth. Oh my God, scientists came